When it comes to Disney World value resorts, the All-Star resorts are the cheapest and Art of Animation is the most expensive. But right in the middle is Pop Century. Is this the Goldilocks resort? The one with just the right balance between the price and the perks?
To help you decide if Pop Century is a good fit for your family's next vacation, we're going to discuss the theming of this resort,
But the good and the not so good.
the rooms that you'll be staying in, the transportation options to get you to the parks.
Which includes the Skyliner that your kids will probably love.
I know our kids do. The dining options and the extra options that are nearby, as well as the 3 themed pools that you can swim in, and the many fun games and crafts and activities that you can do here to have the most fun possible.
Pop Century is one of the best hotels for a multi-generational Disney trip because the 5 areas of the resort are themed to different decades of the 20th century. With larger-than-life representations of toys and entertainment from each era. Parents and grandparents can regale young ones with tales of these cultural artifacts from back in the day when you had to walk uphill to school both ways. The 50s section features transistor radios and records, alongside a giant jukebox. The songs are mostly all fictional, though up in the corner you might spot one hit song that topped the charts in 1955.
It goes a little something like this.
Davy Crockett.
Is there more words?
I don't know the words. There's words.
Those are the only ones that matter.
Speaking of 1955, that was also the year Lady and the Tramp released, and you can find an oversized statue of Tramp as he gazes across at the bashful lady. Nearby is the doghouse that will someday be full of their pups. All of the buildings have elevators, but also great themed stairwells. In the 50s section, these are 65-foot tall bowling pins that you can walk inside. Move to the 60s section, and these become huge yo-yos that you can walk up. The other featured toy in the 60s area is an oversized container of Play-Doh, and across from it are Mowgli and Baloo from the 1967 movie The Jungle Book. The 60s were the beginning of the flower power movement, and you can find that aesthetic throughout this area.
It's groovy, baby.
Groovy, baby!
Now, all the areas of the hotel are great, but our favorite is the 70s
70s.
section. Do we need to say that at the same time?
I thought it was a good cut.
Centered around a massive foosball table, flanked by a towering antique Mickey phone, and a big wheel. No, like seriously, a really big wheel. There are also a couple super cute twister seating areas, though unfortunately the spinner doesn't quite work right.
It is always going to fall down.
Still, someone can shout out the instructions and have a quick game just for fun.
Hey, you had to put your knee down in there.
No. What if what's that happened? I think we need a better shot at this.
You win that I fell down.
You fell down?
Yeah.
I won.
The stairwells here are 8 tracks, if you even remember what those are, or if you're Gen Z and have no idea what those are. And the cool part about these is that every single one is a different music genre.
As you head towards the 80s section, or I should say, as you potato head towards the 80s section, you will find Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, a photo op that inspired us to make our own potato head creations.
Sure did.
Hot country.
Past the potatoes in the 80s section, technology begins to take over. Pac-Man climbs the walls around a Walkman, while Roger Rabbit looks on from the other side. The stairs here climb up inside giant Rubik's Cubes.
Neither of us have ever finished a Rubik's Cube, have you?
No, I've gone up them stairs. It's the closest thing to finishing a Rubik's Cube I've ever done.
Have you guys ever finished one? I just feel like I don't have the patience for it.
If you come to the resort, you should bring a Rubik's Cube and do it inside the stairs.
That would be
cube
fun.
Inside the cube. I did use my phone inside of the big phones that you're going to see in the 90s section.
Good job.
In the back of the 80s section, it feels like the 90s buildings are a bit of an afterthought. Which is a shame considering that these millennials think the 90s are the best decade.
We don't just think it, we know it.
But here, a laptop has a classic browser page pulled up. And compact discs are now the media of choice. At the stairwells, you will find early versions of cell phones. Feel free to call the numbers for assistance.
And by the way, near that laptop, you will find an old desktop computer tower. And that's where the laundry is. And there are themed laundry buildings in the 60s and 50s sections as well. So you'll have washers and dryers available nearby no matter which area you're staying in. You do have to pay separately to wash and dry clothes, but you can do that through an app now, which I found to be pretty handy because it will let you know when your laundry is done, so you don't have to waste any of that precious Disney time. And if you're wondering about the overall size of this resort, the 90s section is the farthest away. From the 90s section, it takes about 4.5 minutes to walk to the lobby, or 6.5 minutes to follow the lakeside path to the Skyliner. That's compared to only 3 minutes to the lobby from the 50s section, and 4.5 minutes to the Skyliner from the 50s section. And we definitely recommend taking that lakeside path because there's cool trivia along the way to give you fun facts from these different decades.
When you get to the lobby, you will find it has been freshly refurbished this year, as have all the rooms as well. In the case of the lobby, we unfortunately feel it is for the worse. You previously could find memorabilia collections from each decade hanging on the wall. It was really fun to show kids things that their parents or grandparents had when they were kids. It was one of our favorite lobby features at Disney. But it has now just been replaced by a painted wall, which looks good, but it isn't nearly as fun in our opinion. But a positive of the recent renovation is this waiting area for kids in the lobby. We love the look of this, from the kids' drawings that are hanging up to the wall of screens with scenes from movies throughout the years. They did do a great job with this space.
Okay, so now we've shown you all the different sections of the resort. They're super cool, you're getting excited. You can't wait to see the rooms and what the Imagineers have done to show the different decades and reflect the outside of the hotel with the inside of the rooms.
Well, if that's what you expect to be shocked when you find that not only is every single room at the resort decorated exactly the same, regardless of what section they're in, but also that design is also quite frankly boring.
There is a general pop art vibe paying homage to two of the biggest artists of the movement, Andy Warhol and Roy Lichtenstein. But other than artwork above the beds and one cool curtain, there isn't a lot of other theming to be found. It doesn't exactly have that magical Disney touch.
But hey, you're just here to sleep, and sleep you can. Most rooms will have the 2 queen beds seen here, though some do have a single king-size bed. This being a value resort, expect the room size to be below average. Our kids didn't seem to mind, as it just made it easier to jump across the beds.
What's the best part of the room?
Jumping over the beds.
If you like to unpack, you're going to find you're limited to only half a dresser. Luggage can be stored under the bed, but your children might claim this as a play area instead.
Hi, Ian. Hi, sister.
Allow Fiona to give you a tour of all this room has to offer.
There's some beds here, garbage, toilet, shower,
Those are all necessary.
a cabinet,
A cabinet? A cabinet, I like that.
and lots of storage down here. There's also a window. To mention, we forgot about this. There's a light down here.
A beverage cooler and coffee maker are provided. And you can request a microwave, though the supply of them may be limited. For little ones, Disney can also provide upon request cribs, pack-and-plays, or bed rails.
After a good night's sleep, you're up and ready and you're headed to the parks, which works out good at Pop Century because they have the Skyliner, which makes transportation a breeze. The convenience of the Skyliner, in our opinion, is what justifies the slightly higher cost of Pop Century over something like All Stars, where you only have buses as transportation. The Skyliner allows you to easily get to Hollywood Studios and Epcot, not to mention other resorts along the way. Pop Century does have to transfer at the Caribbean Beach Skyliner station, but this is usually only a minor inconvenience. Even when long lines form, the constantly moving Skyliner keeps wait times low.
Strollers do not have to be folded on the Skyliner, as long as they are single or tandem strollers. Side-by-side double strollers, unfortunately, do still have to be folded. If you have an option, we definitely recommend tandem double strollers at Disney World for the easiest experience. But even if you have a side-by-side, getting into an empty gondola with a folded stroller while wrangling kids and bags of merchandise is better than trying to deal with a crowded bus at the end of the night.
Now, if you're very claustrophobic or afraid of heights, this is not going to be a good option for you because the Skyliner is the only way to get to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. Buses will only run to those parks if the Skyliner goes down, which it will if there's lightning or high winds in the area. Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom are only available by bus. If you're driving yourself, the resort does feature an extensive parking lot, so you don't have to walk too far to your vehicle, no matter which section you stay in.
A day at the parks can make you hungry.
What could be more important than a little something to eat?
So what are the dining options here at Pop Century? Like all value resorts, there's only a single food court, though it does have a number of stations to give you some variety, including some grab-and-go cold items and a bakery case. Mobile order is available if you want to quickly pick up some food to go, or you can order in person for a couple of specialty items not available on the app, like this porchetta burger that I got, which by the way, you really have to like garlic to enjoy. The food we got didn't wow us, but was overall fine. Our kids were wowed by the french fry.
Bigger than my head. It's bigger than my head. Oh my
Let's see, bud.
As big as my head?
god. It's bigger than yours.
Everything's just supersized here.
And my wife was wowed by the pizza that was the size of her head.
Wow is a strong word. I don't know if I was wowed by it.
Wow.
It was okay. And the pizza pie was okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Something that did impress us is this ice cream truck sundae. It comes with a toy truck that kids can play with, or which you can use as your ice cream bowl, complete with a removable spoon. It's both a delicious treat and a souvenir to take home, and hopefully still available when you visit. Here it is.
Here it is, toot toot. Here's the spoon. Oh, uh-oh. Outtake. Full transparency, our kids broke it like right away. So, take that for what it's worth. But they are really rough on toys. Oh my goodness. If you're looking for more of a sit-down restaurant experience, this is another way that the Skyliner at Pop Century is maybe worth paying a little bit more for than, say, the All-Stars resorts. This is because you can take a short ride to the Caribbean Beach or Riviera resorts. If you get off outside Epcot, you can walk to 5 more resorts. All of these hotels have unique restaurants and lounges that are available to you. This includes character meal breakfasts at... Breakfasts? How do you say it, breakfast?
Breakfast.
This includes character meal breakfast at... I don't think I could say the word breakfast. I don't think I could say it, frankly. Breakfasts.
Breakfasts.
That's not a word anybody could say. This includes character meal breakfast at Topolino's Terrace at the Riviera or Cape May Cafe at Beach Club. Pop Century features a value resort price while offering easy access to deluxe resort dining options.
We should mention Pop Century itself does feature a pool bar called Pedals. They not only have drinks here, but also sandwiches and snacks, including your classic Mickey pretzel, and there is also a self-serve drink station, so you can fill up the reusable mugs that can be purchased in the gift shop or the food court. Perfect for getting a cold drink on your way to the pool, so let's talk about that nearby pool. Centrally located in the 60 section is the Hippy Dippy Pool. This is the main pool for the resort, where the recreation team will host games and music each day. It features flowers that spout water and is itself in the shape of a giant flower. We should note this isn't the best pool for small children because it is not a zero entry pool. It is 3 feet deep around the entire outside and then getting deeper as you move toward the center.
Oh my god, it does get this much deeper. Cannonball!
You're gonna cannonball or what?
That's his cannonball. There is a nearby splash pad though. It's very basic in design, but our kids still had fun jumping through the big jets of water. The areas farthest from the center of the resort have pools too, with their own fun theming. If you count the big bowling pins in the 50s section, you will find 9 of them. So where is the 10th pin? It's the pool. There are some fun yeah.
Wow, that's really good theming.
There are some fun touches here like these bowling balls that no, you cannot pick up, or this bowling ball game that yes, you can play.
Way to go!
One.
Yeah. Over in the 80s, you will find the computer pool. It may appear to just be a square, but this is actually a computer monitor with a giant keyboard nearby. There are more fun details here too, including a big stack of floppy disks that must have important data on them.
Next, let's talk about recreation, because you might have noticed all these pools have various games around them.
You did it!
You did it! These games are all free to play, but if you want to play some video games in the arcade, you will have to purchase a game card that you can reload with points. Pop Century has one of the larger arcades at Disney, and you will find many different kinds of games that have a range of different point costs.
Oh, so close.
Here we go.
Put that pedal down!
All gas. We don't even need brakes. Oh boy, take it easy.
Uh-oh.
Should have put the brakes. A little bit of brakes.
The games are appropriate for all ages, so you won't find any violent fighting games or shooting games, unless you count shooting birds at things as violent. Most of the games are just for fun, but there are some claw machines where you can take home a souvenir.
This drop. That's what I do. I just drop them whatever one. Come on. Oh, you got one! Winner!
Of course, more souvenirs are available to purchase in the Everything Pop Shine It Shining Shop.
Say that 10 times
The Everything
fast.
Pop Shiny Shop is what it should be called.
Shiny shop? Okay.
Everything Pop
Take 2.
Shopping. Here we go. Again.
Okay.
From the top. Of course, more souvenirs are available to purchase in the Everything Pop Shopping and Dining gift shop next to the food court.
Nailed it.
You can find the usual Disney gift shop toys and games, as well as various clothing items, including some that are unique to this resort. Pin trading will be available for you collectors out there, and for those that prefer collections of pennies or medallions, in the dining area you will find machines with Pop Century exclusives. In the lobby, you can get a personalized souvenir by getting your caricature done by a professional artist. While looking around the lobby, also keep an eye out for Goofy. Let's see. Search the resort for Goofy. Oh my gosh, he could be anywhere in this whole place. How could I possibly ever... Oh. Well, gosh, there he is. Take a picture with the prop and show the front desk to receive a special resort button. If you find them on multiple days, you can get stickers to further decorate the button, though there is no additional completion prize.
Back to the recreation board though, you should always check these as soon as you arrive at the resort, because here you can also find a list of activities that changes from month to month. Some are only available on certain days and times, so you want to be able to plan around anything that you really want to do. This includes movies under the stars at night, and paid crafts during the day. There are 2 unique crafts themed to the resort, a bowling pin that you can paint, or a vinyl record that you can paint. This involves putting marbles dipped in paint into a box with your record, and then shaking the box around, either a little
Wow!
or in Ian's case, a lot.
What happened?
Wow. Look, Mama.
You got a lot of color on yours.
You can't shake it too much.
We thought they came out looking quite pretty. And if you want to look quite pretty, outside the lobby is a hair braiding and henna booth where you can add some extra style before heading off to the parks.
Or before taking some photos, because there are great photo opportunities all around the resort. This includes Surfer Goofy, who just happens to be hanging out next to the campfire. He must be a fan of marshmallows, because here you can roast them for free every night. Or purchase a s'mores kit for $7.
Like the marshmallow, bud? Yeah. Last, but certainly not least, is the playground located in the 70s section. We previously did an in-depth review of this playground on our channel, though it was last year when it was covered in stones. They have since removed the pebbles, but honestly now we kind of miss them, and certainly made this playground more memorable. But this is still a fun and now safer place to play and has plenty of shaded seating. We should also mention that Art of Animation is just across the Generation Gap Bridge and has a playground of its own, along with many fun-themed areas worth a quick visit if you have some free time.
When it comes to value resorts, Art of Animation does excel more at having that magical Disney theming, especially when you consider that every section of the resort has differently themed rooms, so you could have multiple visits and have a different experience every time. It's a shame that Pop Century doesn't have that same quality. All of the sections have the exact same room design that quite frankly is a little underwhelming to me.
But if the resort experience isn't that important to you and you're really just looking for a place to lay your head at night so you can go to the parks during the day, then Pop Century is arguably the best value on property. Now we know that All Stars is technically cheaper, but you do have to take the buses everywhere. So Pop Century having the Skyliner available to you is really the convenience that's worth paying a little bit more for.
And ultimately, it does have that certain nostalgic charm, so definitely consider it if you're bringing the grandparents along.
Next, we are continuing on with the value resorts, and we'll be doing a video on All Stars, so be sure to subscribe if you want to get our take on those.
And if you have any more questions about Pop Century Resort that we didn't answer, be sure to ask them in the comments below.
Bye!